Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is April 6th, and right now we are looking at the visible satellite imagery. I wanted to show the GOES 18 here. You can see the nice snow-capped mountains of the Sierra Nevada, and even Southern California. You can see the mountain snows out there as we speak, across some of Arizona as well. It's always nice to see that. Now, it is a pretty chilly air mass that moved over us here. So all the way through Saturday morning, this morning here, pretty chilly temperatures out there. This was issued yesterday, but just kind of a heads up, we're probably going to be dealing with some of those chilly temperatures as we go through tomorrow as well, especially Northern California and some of the higher terrain areas or some wind sheltered areas. Now, taking a look, there's also the high surf advisory across some of the Southern California beaches here. If I click on that, you'll see that it'll probably be wrapping up until about 3 p.m. this afternoon. Large breaking waves are out there. Then we're going to start to reduce some of this wave activity as we go on in through tomorrow. And just a heads up here, Phoenix, Arizona, look at the temperatures here as we go through the day today. I mean, you're going to be warming up by almost 30 degrees for some areas. Phoenix from 69 to 95 by next Friday here. So we're going to warm up across much of the Southwest. We'll look at that, some of the details here in a moment. You can see, look at Lake Mead, Death Valley here today, tomorrow. If you want to check out your recreational forecast, this is Las Vegas National Weather Service. Always good graphics there. And if you want a nice affordable home weather station, click on that link down below to save 10% off. All solar powered and wireless. I end up checking this station actually more now because it just shows the temperature all the time in your smartphone app, just at the very top. It'll show your temperature there, and it tells you when it starts raining or when lightning strikes occur at your house, and it stores a little data for you in the cloud as well. So very nice station. Now, taking a look at the wind speeds here, we are relaxing the gradient as we go through today. As you can see, it gets really windy off to the east there, but you got the northwest flow coming down the coastline. Then we pick up the winds a little bit here as we go through tomorrow night. And you can kind of see the gusty winds coming down, the north winds across some of the desert areas, Nevada, Las Vegas, some of Arizona, and some strong northwest winds as we go through Monday night as well. Watch out on the headlands for that also. Now, taking a look at the system that's moving through, and we've got another weak impulse, but this one is really moisture starved. It may kick off a couple thunderstorms here. Its bark is worse than its bite. But after that moves through, we're really going to start to warm up. As you can see, the ridging start to build here as we go on in through next week. And we'll see what kind of impacts this system is going to have. The model's been flip-flopping back and forth on just how far south that extent is going to be. We'll check that out again tomorrow and kind of break that down as we get a little bit closer here. But we're definitely in for a warm-up as we go through this upcoming week. And if we look at the European, put this into motion, you can see a few clouds popping up as clouds and showers, I should say, as we go through tomorrow afternoon. And maybe a thunderstorm or two associated with this, and then maybe one more here as we go through Monday. But that includes some of Southern California as well. Can't rule out a few lightning strikes with this activity across some of Southern Nevada and northwestern Arizona up into Utah. And then we start the warm up as we go through the week coming up. And if we take a look at lightning flash density potential, here we go through tomorrow. You can kind of see a little bit up towards Oregon and Nevada here. But as we go through Monday, again, this is what I'm kind of watching here. It could bring some thunderstorms back into Southern California here, some of the desert areas in western Arizona, maybe even Las Vegas with the thunderstorm here as well. And then that activity pushes off across eastern Arizona towards New Mexico as we go through Tuesday afternoon. So we still have that high surf advisory up right now. You can see the elevated wave activity, but that's going to be on the wane as we go through tomorrow morning. And then we relax things for a while, just kind of wind-driven waves moving down the coastline here as we go through the early portion of next week. Now, taking a look at temperatures here, we're still relatively chilly here across much of the region. As you can see today, some 60s, maybe just some upper 50s for some areas, and the desert's pretty cooled off as well. But watch as we get to tomorrow, start to warm things up. There's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're really going to be turning up the heat here. You can see some 80s and 90s returning to a lot of the desert areas, some pretty warm temperatures here across the Central Valley as well, all the way down towards Bakersfield. And then maybe we'll cool down a little bit as we go towards next weekend, but we'll worry about that as we get closer to it. Definite warm up is incoming. It might get into the upper 90s for Death Valley by the time you get towards Friday. 6 to 10 day, you can clearly see the above average signal, below average signal for precipitation as well. We'll continue to see how this goes because there is a trough swinging down somewhere in this time frame here, but we'll kind of break that down day by day. Here's the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook through April 19th. Above average signal across much of the lower 48, especially kind of centered right across some of the Great Basin here, right across some of the Southwest USA. 8 to 14 day precip, kind of a near normal signal, a little sliver of above there. We'll see how that turns out. But if we look at the extended forecast, so there goes our system. It could kick off a couple thunderstorms as we go through Monday afternoon there, and then the ridge builds and we start to warm things up. Then you can see that next trough here, it starts to make its way a little bit further south towards California. So we'll be watching that one closely there. And then we may build another ridge after that, and systems continue to try to move through the Pacific Northwest, lowering our heights a little bit here. So, off and on. That's kind of how it goes during April. You get the ridges and you get some of these troughs still moving through, but we'll be breaking it down, like I said, day by day. And if you take a look here, we're at 133% of historical median for the Sierra Nevada, doing quite well. So glad to see it. And also Lake Mead, we checked it out yesterday, 147% now. It was 145 yesterday. So this is where a lot of Southern California gets their water from, actually doing quite well this year so far as the snowpack is concerned. And you can see it here, the lower basin includes much of Arizona, and this is where it's exported to. These areas where the orange dashed lines are, some of the Salton Sea areas, and a lot of Southern California, the Los Angeles and San Diego metro, where millions of people live. So this water is very important out there. But anyway, check out the eclipse forecast. Should be showing up here in the bottom left if you are headed out there, or if you just want to watch it. And I will be live streaming as I go down there. I'm going to try to get in position for the best viewing here. May have to move out of my original target area to do so, but I will probably be doing that because I would like to see the eclipse, especially if I'm going to travel out there. So hopefully you guys can join for that live stream on April 8th. That's 2 days from now. And if you're headed out there, hopefully you can guys gain some information from that forecast as well. So anyway, we'll do this again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.